to do a couple 4-2 problems. These are from homework. And I'm going to do probably 4 and 5, or do 4 and 5 together. So again, this is section 4-2, your homework assignment, number 4 and number 5. So we're writing an equation of a line in slope-intercept form. So remind yourself, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. So if I have a graph, I can always find the slope. So I'm looking at this line and I'm noticing this is going to have a positive slope. And from this point to this point, I rise 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, slope is rise over run. And I rise 1, 2, 3, 4. And I run 2. So rise is 4, run is 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my slope is 2. Okay, my y-intercept. Now I'm looking closely at this graph. I'm looking at the y-axis to see if I can see where my graph crosses the y-axis. And unfortunately, they don't give me a point. If you look down here, here's a different graph. Here's the y-axis. And remember, y-intercept is the intersection between the y-axis and your line. So for this graph, that's my y-intercept right there. Looks like it's at negative 1, 2, 3, 4. But on this graph, I don't see that point. Now I have a slope of positive 2. So, right, I'm going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So I could see if I can figure out my y-intercept. I need to kind of go in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go over 1, but I'm going to go down 2. And if I do that, that's that point right there. So that would be my y-intercept. So that's at, this is 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So that tells me B, which is my y-intercept, is negative 5. So y equals mx plus b. My equation is going to be y equals m is 2 times x. Remember, slope is always multiplied by x. Plus b. B is negative 5. So plus negative 5. That's the same as 2x minus 5. That's probably how Big Ideas would want that written. Now, say I didn't notice that I could do that where I plot one more point. Remember, you can always, always, always use point slope if you have a slope in any point. So I could pick one of these points and do point slope. So I'll do that. I'm going to choose this for my point just because it doesn't have any negatives. I like to not deal with negatives. So y minus, this is my y value, 1, equals my slope, m. Oops. My slope is 2, I know that. X minus, the x value of my point is 3. It's a little bit hard to see. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. 3. Now they wanted it in slope-intercept form, so I need to simplify this until it looks like this. Y all by itself on one side of the equal sign. So PEMDAS, or order of operations, tells us do parentheses first. So on the left side of my equal sign, I'm just copying y minus 1 equals 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So still I want y by itself. So I want to undo this minus 1 by adding 1 to both sides. I write the plus 1 over here because this is the like term I'm going to combine it with. So positive 1 and negative 1 makes a 0. So there's y all by itself. 2x is not a like term with the 1, so I'm just copying 2x, and then these I can combine. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. So there's my equation, and you'll see it's the same thing I got over here. Now this one, there's my y-intercept. So b, which is the same as your y-intercept, equals negative 5. I can see it right on the graph where my line intersects the y-axis. And then my slope, I can do my rise over run again. Remember, slope is rise over run. So I can see how far I rose and ran between this point and this point. When I look at this, this is a negative slope. So I'm definitely going to have a negative number here. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, right and left. So that's my run. And then I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going down, so my rise is negative. Negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. So my equation here, remember, mx plus b, m is negative 1, b is negative 5. So I would have y equals m is negative 1 times x. B is negative 5. I'm just going to write minus 5. Okay, that is it.